What's good, fam? This is Jobs, and you are tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only got one rule. Let's be respectful. Thought the song would start playing by now, but I guess not. We'll see in a minute. Didn't log myself out, It's been a beautiful day, I guess. How's your day? How's your life? Good now. My Skin is My Sin Radio in the building.
Yeah. Black Magic, God, 363, Lord, Rich. I came from the Nile Valley. It's bittersweet, I smile sadly. Truth rarely seen like child's daddy. I'm in Hotep, I style flashy. Regarded highly, I'm Selassie. As time is passing, tribes are clashing. I know the ledge, I grow my dreads. My queen's two open legs have golden eggs, I'm hatched. 9 months had to hold my breath. Now I dream so heavy that I broke the bed. Provoke the feds that slaughter the sons. 12 get the 4-5 like a quarter to 1. The war has begun. Latin for sun, the soul and Melanites get more of the sun. We the fortunate ones. Got the God in the womb and the Lord in my come, and no more means love. Death is the source that I'm from. Everything that they do, we have already done. Self-taught, my ice a melt off. Mine high price, I write and sell thought. I sell cloth, I cannot in cotton shopping. Aquaponic, chronic options. Botanized and pot concoction. Earth a thought, her twat is rotten. Knowledge of my art forgotten. Watch the conscious sovereign doctrine. Not dishonest prophet goblin. Boxing out the box, I'm boxed in. Black magic, black yoni, black salad. How they turn kings and queens to crack addicts. How they make us lose our sight like bad glasses. They know we invented original mathematics. Black magic, treat home like cat Sabbath. I can hear beautiful music and bad static. I attract cash in bags like that's magnet. Last maverick, blast fast like Zab Jab. King Anubis, one eye open like the singer Houston Sunset. Peek through deep illusion. I'm a god with power to make gods and my penis proves it. He's in tune with Hebrew finger movements. Teach Bruce Lee senior students. Seen the Buddhist status of Mahdi. Your life phases like a wait in a lobby. Stranger than paintings of Dali. Your vast imagination is what's making you godly. I study the form and frame of the body. Under a full moon and created karate. Your gang faker than broccoli. I'm Buffalo Soldier. My role was the Cain in a posse. Yeah, my mother Henrietta Lacks. My clever raps bring the metal netter back. The extraterrestrial method in black, but I don't have a memory of that. The enemies attack the Ebonese mentally with traps for more than 4 centuries of that. Matter of fact, I killed the cipher, judge gave me 360. Trap sound behind bars, frequency. The earth flat like green frisbees. From the tribe of Levi, the jeans fit me. Pick niggas at picnics, they pick me. So I picked up a ice pick and pigs bleed. Eat fruit and spit seeds and dirt and water the big trees that grow money and pick leaves. Black magic, black yoni, black salad. How they turn kings and queens to crack addicts. How they make us lose our sight like bad.
Yeah. Sometime in life, you just get fed up. Some of my family and my friends, I had to cut them off. If you don't rock with me, then I don't rock with y'all. The time that I was broke and you didn't call. When I had to go to war with a whole squad, you ain't get involved. When it don't go, I go hard myself. That's how it is, that's how I'ma live until my death. I gave my love, therefore I felt every single thing you felt. We both went hard together, we played every card that the game done dealt. This shit went left, I ain't want nothing else but to see you shine. Yeah, turned you out to my plug to help you with your grind. Hey, he was only front phone, I told him add 5. That was on my name, but then you ran off with the whole 9. You didn't cross the line, no, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it simple and plain. You fuck up my money, but don't never fuck up my name. When it come to money, friends and family, they gon' change. When it come to money, niggas known to fuck up the game. When it come to money, your closest partner his partner gon' start to hate. It's all about the money, don't get it twisted, make no mistake. If you ever think it's love straight from the gate. Some of my family and my friends, I had to cut them off. If you don't rock with me, then I don't rock with y'all. The time that I was broke and you didn't call. When I had to go to war with a whole squad, you ain't getting involved. My family and my friends, I had to cut them off. If you don't rock with me, then I don't rock with y'all. The time that I was broke and you didn't call. When I had to go to war with a whole squad, you ain't getting involved. You can't put your trust in people. The money got the power. If you ain't got no money, they don't give no fuck about you. They don't give no fuck about you. Give no fuck about you. They don't give no fuck about you. Give no fuck about you. You can't put your trust in people. The money got the power. If you ain't got no money, they don't give no fuck about you. They don't give no fuck about you. Give no fuck about you. They don't give no fuck about you. Give no fuck about you. It's sad, but it's true. In my last stuff for you, I done had it up to here for all the things you put me through. I was sad, I was lost. Love we had, I done tossed. The decisions that you make eventually make you a boss. Some of my family and my friends, I had to cut them off. If you don't rock with me, then I don't rock with y'all. The time that I was broke and you didn't call. When I had to go to war with a whole squad, you ain't getting involved. My family and my friends, I had to cut them off. If you don't rock with me, then I don't rock with y'all. The time that I was broke and you didn't call. When I had to go to war with a whole squad, you ain't getting involved. When I had to go to war with a whole squad, you ain't getting involved.
Alright, now we can start it up. What's good, fam? This is Jobs, and you are tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only got one rule, and that's be respectful. We got the plug on the line with us. What up, bro?
Yo, peace, man. What's good, man?
Man, you know, just life. You know, what's good, Chester? How you living, bro? How's life? You know, shout out to Chester, man. Like oh snaps. What up, though, Aronde? We actually got somebody in the chat room on YouTube for a change. You know, shout out to you, bro. Do us a favor, share that for us. I don't know why I'm stuttering today, man. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get through it. How's life, bro? What's going on?
Oh, man. Life's good, bro. I ain't going to complain. You know, today's like one of the greatest days in history. You know, it's my born day, man, you know, so I'm going to hang on that. You know, it's a celebration. So, just thankful for life, man, you know, the good and bad. I'm going to take it all. This will come along with it. So, you know, I ain't going to complain about nothing, man. You know, I'm here to see another day. So, you know, I'm going to rock with that, you know, on a positive tip. You know, I just went through some bullshit, but it's all good. It was my birthday.
Happy birthday to you, bro.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Shout out to King Hebrew. You know, he said happy birthday in the chat on YouTube. Trying to get a little bit better at.
Yeah, peace to King Hebrew, man. I'll be seeing him, yo. He be out here everywhere, man. Peace to him.
Yeah, he do. Damn, and what is the last, I don't know why I cannot remember the last 4 Iman number. Do you remember? I think this Iman in the queue right here, though. Iman, that you?
Shazai. Yes,
oh, what's going on?
Nothing. What's up with y'all?
I'm sitting here talking about nothing.
Oh, okay.
You know,
well,
we typically don't get started for the first 15 minutes anyway, so, you know.
That's why I never call in until the first 15 minutes is over.
I feel you on that.
Wouldn't you love to talk about nothing? I mean, shit.
Ain't that what the show be about? Nothing.
We was fucking sound on the radio.
Not all the time. Sometimes, we try to mix it up. Try to give a healthy dose of some shit that you can sleep with and learn and feel good about, and just some real shit. We ain't got but one rule, shit, and that's be respectful. If you can't deal with that, man, go somewhere else. We're not mad at you.
Yeah, that's fact. Yeah, man.
Damn, what you gonna do for your birthday after the show, bro?
Debating. I ain't made a solid decision yet. I'll have to text you.
That's it? That's what you got, bro? Like, all these crazy-ass stories you be having, and that's it? I'm disappointed.
Yo, man, that was in my heyday, though, bro. Like, I don't live like that no more, man. Like, I'm 35. I'll shop at Kohl's and shit now.
Whatever,
it's a little different. It's a little.
Hey, you got people out
man.
here living vicariously through your stories, bro. And this is what you got, man. I'm severely disappointed.
Yo, don't get it twisted. I gotta text you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put it out there.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but I got plans. But they ain't all solid yet. I got options.
I feel you, and I respect the neutrality in that.
Thank you, Iman. I appreciate that.
King Hebrew say 75. All right, so tonight's topic is kind of broad. We're talking about vices, weed, cigarettes, drinking, shit, even cocaine. Like at what point does the vice be, morph into an addiction? And why do we make one vice almost we like rank them. Like, weed is acceptable. You're doing blow, that's horrible. You're doing this, is it what you're doing or how you I got a whole shitload of questions about it.
Man.
Like, you know what I think the biggest misconception is that you can't be addicted to weed.
That's fact. Weed is addictive.
Weed is very addictive.
But you also know what it is, though. It's a lot of people. I mean, I guess it's regional, or I guess it's on a individual decision. But a lot of people smoke leaves or papers. You know what I mean? It's nicotine and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's nicotine and all of that. So it could be the nicotine depending on how you smoke. But most people I know, who smoke weed typically smoke frequently, especially now. The laws are loosening up. It's damn near legal everywhere. And I get it. I definitely understand.
Like right now, on the live streams, I got a guy rolling up an ounce of weed. They rolled up literally in I don't want to call it a blunt. I don't know what you call this contraption, but it's all in one. They rolled two of those. Like, at that point, aren't you addicted? Ain't that too much? Like, what is the benefit of doing that? And people that's artistic, they'll say, well, it gets me to a certain space, and I can kind of agree with that. I can. People that need it for health reasons, I feel you 100%. But you smoking an ounce at one time, like, that's, to me, at that point, you have kind of gone to the point where, wow. And not to say that, like some people will come home and drink a glass of wine and be good. Some people will come home, smoke a joint, and be good. It's not altering their life in any significant fashion. But when you get to the point of you smoking a whole ounce in not just one setting, but in one blunt, basically, that's too much for me.
I mean, what is going for a world record, though?
I'm.
Yo, like,
all right.
Niggas like to get high. Yeah, I mean, niggas like to get high. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, everybody loves vacation. Everybody likes a day off of school, day off of work, all that shit.
Yeah.
Now, you smoke an ounce of weed in one sitting, nigga, that's all three of them shits put together. Who who wouldn't? I'd be tempted, if I indulge.
I'm just saying,
if
man,
I indulge.
at that, there are certain instances, like say, like I've known people over the years that did, like that smoke crack, but I wouldn't call them a crackhead because they got up every day, they went to work, they paid their bills.
Yeah, that's a functional
that just
addict.
happened to be, like their thing. You know what I'm saying? I equated it like somebody drinking or weed.
Right.
I didn't delineate between all of them.
Drugs are drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if you smoke it, snort it, shoot it, whatever. You know what I mean? Addiction is addiction. It's no discrimination with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's if you smoke weed, you smoke weed. If you smoke crack, I don't know who the fuck smoking crack in 2018. You know what I'm saying? But if
apparently
that's what you
there
do,
are still some people.
It's still crackheads out here. It's still crackheads out here, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how you can watch every movie that had crack in it and it destroyed everybody's soul and you still want to go do it. But then again, you talking about addiction then at that point.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you talking about addiction at that point.
And since we're on that topic, if you out there and you feel like, you know what, I need somebody to talk to. We can't solve your shit. We can't, change your world, but we could damn sure listen. So if you want to call 347-855-8692, you definitely can. And if you got a funny story, some shit that happened to you, when you was doing whatever. I think we all got stories about drinking. Which is some interesting shit. How society has internalized drinking so much to the point of it's normal.
Well, I mean, it was illegal at one point.
Abnormal. Yeah, but how long
it was illegal at one
that,
point,
bro? Like 100 years ago now.
Yeah, but marijuana was legal. Marijuana was legal before, and then it got banned. You know what I'm saying? So they just changed the laws. That's all this shit is, man. It ain't nothing new under the sun, man. Like, this has already been done before.
That's true. But and then what are we considering vices? Like our cigarettes, is that one? If
Absolutely.
you drink a beer a day, is that a vice?
I think a vice is that one thing that you like. You got a fun for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you got hope. Like, that's not up for negotiation. Like, you gonna do it.
But if it's not up for negotiation, then it's no longer a vice.
From my point exactly, what we talking about addiction.
That's what we talking about, though. We talking about vices.
Yeah. And we can talk about them both because at some point with a lot of shit, it turns into both. And somebody got a whole bunch of wind in the background.
Oh, yeah, I'm driving. I thought y'all was traveling.
It's hand in hand.
It can be, and I think
vices
people
and addiction go hand in
more
hand.
tendency to be addicted to certain things.
It could, but I don't think necessarily a vice is definitely going to turn into an addiction. I guess that goes back to how you use it, how much you're using it, or simply what it is, how often you use it, what you use it for. Like, all of those things factor into whether you call it a vice or an addiction.
That's true. That's true. Like, ain't nothing wrong with, I don't have a problem with somebody getting high. If that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. The problem is when it infringes on me. When your getting high has turned to the point where now you need help. Then, that damn, is that me? Oh, no, she must have muted herself. All right, and that's not to say that I wouldn't be there to help. I really would. But none of us want to have to deal with that situation, and far too many of us have. You know, we got a cousin, an auntie, an uncle, a niece, a nephew. Somebody that got strung out on something. And you know what's one of the worst addictions that doesn't get enough shine or speech about it is gambling. Like, by the time you find out that somebody that you love has a gambling addiction.
It's too far. They're too far gone.
Oh.
They so much debt. They done put a second mortgage out on their house. They done put up their car. Yeah. Spent up the baby's whole college fund. Yeah. Yeah. So that's one thing I refuse to take part in. Not because I feel like I'm addicted to it, but just because, I don't know, like I waste money on enough stuff. I can't see putting, you know, even $20 down on the table and then watch it go as fast as I put it down. Like, that hurts me. So
I used to be really bad at the casinos.
Really?
I am not gonna lie. Like I mean, like when they first came to Detroit, and like I'm just a gambler. Like, I used to like to shoot dice in the street. I never liked shooting dice in the casinos because they had too many options. But in the street, that was my thing. But yeah, when the casino came in, oh my goodness, like blackjack. Like, I would literally go there on a Saturday and come home Sunday sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I went to the casino with somebody one time, and they gave me $5 to play the slots. As soon as I broke even, I was ready to stop. And he was like, "Nah, keep playing." I was like, "No, like, I got my $5 back. We good." Like, I can't. I don't like it.
I don't gamble because I don't win. So, I swear, bro. Like, if I won, I gamble. But you know, with my type of luck, you know, it'll never go that way. I won $500 one time in my life in Atlantic City, and this how I'm a cheap gambler. Yeah, that's once, bro. I don't even win bingo, my nigga. Like, I ain't win bingo in school, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. Like, I just
play bingo.
I just knew that I wasn't a good gambler. You know,
there's nothing wrong with bingo though. Like, I do enjoy bingo.
I love it. It's so fun. It, like, channels my inner old lady.
That is the problem. Like, and unfortunately, we have a lot of senior citizens out there that are way too addicted to bingo.
Yep, that's what they do.
I mean, and they can be brutal
Saturday,
towards each other.
They go down to the bingo hall. Yeah, it gets real in bingo. Mhm.
Yeah, I've seen fights in bingo halls.
I forgot to tell people I started up a Twitch account, and apparently there was a couple of people that Twitch. Twitch. I'll tell you about it. It's pretty dope though.
Okay.
But shout out to Thought Crimes, you know, because they be doing their thing, and it was about time we had one. Anyway, that's a whole different story. I don't know why I said that at that moment. I'm not sure, man.
You felt the spirit. It just felt like the right time. It's fine.
Apparently so, because it made absolutely no sense. Damn, what was it? I actually had a point that I was trying to make and got just so far gone that, and
we were talking about old ladies bingo.
Since I'm far off the track now, shout out to Detroit for being so progressive and being so understanding of the needs and the wants of your community, not just Detroit, but Michigan, the whole state. You know, shout out to them. So, for the first people that woke up at midnight this morning and blazed one legally, shout out to you. I had to put that out there.
Green Thursday.
Oh, my goodness. It should be a holiday, man. It really should be. I didn't think I would live to see that.
Well, weed is legal there now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm waiting on Maryland. They're not going to let me down. It's going to happen soon enough.
I don't think they're going to do it here in Ohio.
Soon enough.
As far as I take that back. Because people didn't think that they would get casinos here either. But when they seen how much money Detroit and Pittsburgh was making, they caved.
There's a lot of money in casinos. People go there and they spend all day and all night. Cause we got, 2 big ones in Maryland.
All right, so was you like Billy on White Men Can't Jump bad?
Huh?
You remember seeing White Men Can't Jump? You remember White Boy
Yeah.
Billy, man?
Well, I have no clue.
Was you that bad?
What's that court?
You know he always has
You talking about
references
gambling?
to movies.
Yeah. Not like every day. It was just like if I went there, it was a problem. And I take that back. It wasn't really a problem. It was that I didn't know when to get up because every time, and I'm not fronting, every time I would double my money. Like I start off with $100, and my thing was blackjack. I go early in the morning, like on a Tuesday, because that's when you can find the cheap tables. It's $10 a hand, $5 a hand if you was lucky. If I go in there, I end up getting up to $200. At that point, I should just go home. I would do that all the time. After that point, where I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me play 2 hands for $25 a piece. Next thing you know, that $200 is gone, and I'm at the ATM, and it's a problem.
Getting more money. That's crazy as hell.
Yes. Now, I've never been to the point where, I got to sell, X, Y, and Z, or I'm about to get my legs broke type of shit. No, I was never like that.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of referring to, like with people who bet on like games, who do stuff like that, and have like bookies and stuff. I guess I watch too much TV, but but yeah.
I mean, no. I have met a bookie before, or two.
Really?
Yeah, they do exist.
Yeah, I seen this dude get his ass whooped outside a casino.
Ooh.
I ain't helping no. Yeah, it was a one-on-one fight. I wasn't helping. He was asking me for help and shit. I was working though.
Wait a minute, you was security and you let him get beat up?
Nah, I wasn't security. I wasn't security at the casino. Nah, I was doing something totally different. Like I was a vendor. You know what I'm saying? I was coming. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing or whatever. So I had to go outside and go to my truck. That nigga was out there getting smoked.
Over some money?
He was yeah, it had to be over money. Not the way he was whooping his ass. Yeah, he owed some bread.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Yeah, he was out that bitch getting worked. Dude was getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? You a grown ass man talking about help me. Like, it's one nigga. Like, man, you crazy. Like, I ain't helping that nigga, man. Like,
oh man,
you
and you know what, man? Hold on 1 second, man. YouTube is be on some bullshit. They just suspended our stream for policy violations. Like, what did we do?
What do we do?
I said white men can't jump. That's what it was.
That might be it, bro. Like, that's some bullshit.
You
right
got
there,
us kicked off YouTube.
Yeah.
Well,
man.
And we was just back on for what, like a month? And they did this shit on my Facebook for almost 2 years. So.
Connie's son ain't copyrighted. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be it.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But also, with as far as the gambling, like I know a couple people that spent every dime they had and then some on slot machines. Literally.
Yes.
Like they would catch a plane from the city to Atlantic City or Vegas like once a month. Was pawning shit. I mean, it was bad, bruh. And like we said earlier, when by the time you find out, man, it's so hurtful and so much damage has been done that, some people aren't lucky enough to be able to bounce back from that. And I feel for people like that. And another thing that I didn't write down in the description, but it's a lot of people out there addicted to shopping.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Is that really an addiction?
You say what?
Shit.
Is that really an addiction?
All right. So, do you have any clothing hanging in your closet right now, or folded up in your drawer with price tag still on them?
No.
With no confidence in that answer at all. Not one bit.
I don't.
But yeah.
Mostly because
have you ever seen Hoarders?
Have
you ever seen that show Hoarders?
Yo, that shit's heartbreaking, bro.
Yeah, but that's somebody that's addicted to shopping. It's something about purchasing shit.
I ain't gonna go that far.
Yeah, it is, man.
Nah, hoarders be like motherfuckers addicted to shit and then bowls and shit. Like, I don't know. Like, you ever watch that?
Yes.
Like, the way they live, that ain't shopping, man. Not all of them. It's different cases.
That's not shopping. That's
that shit is savage.
Collected over the years. That's stuff like that they don't need anymore, and just won't get rid of. That's why.
I mean, when you cipher through all the junk on the show, what you'll see is a lot of shit with tags on it, and a lot of shit that's decayed from the shit with the tags on it.
That's true.
So they addicted. It's something in there in the way that they wired that having stuff is irreplaceable. It's like when we have 2 dogs, but at what point are the dogs a crutch as opposed to a part of your family when you got 30 dogs and you can't take care of them? It's the same thing with shopping. Some people just buy shit because it never argues back with them. You know, those jeans not going to say anything to you. It ain't even about having them. It's just I guess it's like with any other addiction. You know, we just rationalize other shit, but it's a whole bunch of stuff out there that like is quote unquote weird. But a lot of families get hurt by it. Like it's a lot of people out there that have shopped their way through credit cards, through trust funds.
I think a lot of it could be like stunting too. People want to buy the latest and the greatest just to stunt for somebody else. It's like but that's an addiction right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that
you got a false high. You got a false high.
Yeah, and like it makes you feel good. It's like a status thing, but it's like nobody cares. Meanwhile, your cable is off. Your, other stuff you can't take care of around the house. But look what I posted. I got these new J's though. Like, yeah, I think that's what a addiction is. It's like that's your priority. That takes precedence over everything else in your life. Like, you'll rob Peter to pay Paul as far as your bills go, but you're not going to not have your fun for whatever your vice is if it's something that costs money, because there are vices that don't cost anything. But, yeah, like that.
Are there?
Yeah, like porn don't really cost nothing. I mean, I guess if you had a real bad addiction to it, you would pay, like, for subscriptions and premiums and all that stuff, I guess. But there's a lot of free porn out there that you wouldn't have to do that.
Oh, well, as a church-going individual, I would not know of any such thing. Hallelujah.
Knock it off. Knock it off. We have
but that's like at what point, like what? I've never been one to be into that type of shit, and not necessarily because I was like,
what, porn?
Yeah, I just was like, it was pointless.
It doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me.
To be in the what?
Porn.
I just never got it. Like, why don't you just, y'all can do that yourselves.
Right. That's how I feel. Make a video.
Yeah, I mean, facts. I'm with all that shit. Like, I was gonna get into that. You know what I mean? But like you don't, like, niggas don't make up their own crossovers. Like, you watch Jordan, like, you want to learn how to cross over, like, you watch Iverson tapes, watch N1 tapes. Like, you gotta study for this shit.
Learn? Oh, no.
What?
Oh,
like,
no.
do I watch porn right now to learn? No. But growing up, did I watch porn? Fuck yeah, I watched porn. Did I pick up some shit?
And your intention was,
Hell yeah.
That actually is an interesting concept if you think about it. Like that actually kind of makes sense.
Facts.
It's like, but I seriously doubt that at 15 years old you was thinking about research, bruh. Stop it.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I think that's kind of like bull. like, yeah, you're watching it to get off. That's what I thought it was for. Like, as a 13-year-old boy who, starting to really start feeling girls and stuff like that. Yeah, like I was
smashing already then, though. Yeah, like I was already smashing then, though.
Oh, of course you were.
I forgot who we talking to.
What I say? Oh, of course you were.
Like I started at 13.
For your average young man who's not actually having sex at 13, and they're just jacking off, support. So I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
research purposes.
It's definitely like on the job training.
Okay, that's enough.
as a teenager.
That's enough. I think
it's like an internship.
No.
Yeah, it's like an internship.
No, I've had enough. Thank you.
Goodness, man, you stupid, bro.
That's what that is.
I mean,
you learning.
Almost get to a valid point, bro, that I can run with.
Yeah, you are. You were right behind him.
Shit, man.
Yeah. You were right behind him. You were supporting him, and then he just it goes left.
Man, totally left.
If you think about it, right? Just as a teenage
I've never
boy.
heard anybody say that they watch porn to learn anything.
But everybody ain't me though. Like, do I want to learn how to stroke like? Do I want to learn how to stroke my girl like he's stroking her? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I? Like,
fake,
I don't.
Though. Most of
that's
it's
what?
fake, and they're making a whole bunch of noise and shit for no reason. So if you really want to learn how to stroke her like he stroked, like that's.
All right, so anybody in the chat, tell me this: when Paid in Full came out and Cameron was hitting Shorty in the room doing the Dougie, niggas started doing the Dougie when they was hitting when they was hitting girls from the back.
That's not porn, though.
That's true.
A movie.
It's true.
So but it's not on it's on a movie. That's not watching porn.
What?
And
ain't porn a movie?
It to learn anything.
Is it? Yo, you ain't never see Flows and Hoes? Are you serious?
No, I just said I don't watch porn.
Man, yo, it was a whole series. It was a whole series, yo. Niggas was rapping. They was having rap videos, and then they turned into whole scenes. Flows and Hoes.
Oh my goodness, man. Where you?
Anyways, that's something else.
Where do you? Oh my goodness, bro! Like, how do you find this shit?
What do you mean? Like, y'all niggas ain't watch porn, though, bro. Like, you know how long? Like, yo, I remember my first introduction to pornography. I had to be like 6. My father used to keep Playboys in the top left corner of his top drawer. I was on it. You know what I'm saying? And I used to watch Playboys and shit. Like, I knew a little bit.
Nope. I have an older brother, but he wasn't raised with me, so I wasn't exposed to any of that stuff. And it was me and my sister in the house, so yeah, none of that.
I mean,
that kind of stuff.
I would have to agree though. Like when we was kids, that was like our first introduction. Like you see, it was more my uncle in my case, but we find a magazine. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, wow. And we little kids.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
If my dad had it, I didn't see it.
For me, I didn't, it didn't go much further than that. But I do kind of get what you're saying. Like, we do watch a whole bunch of how-to tapes or how to do this.
Exactly.
It could be, is it a really convenient excuse? It is. Like, let's not lie about that. But it also has, a point to it. Like, especially if you're coming out the gate, you want to be this, the best as you can. So you may somebody out there may actually look at some porn on their first, before their first time. You know, you love her. You got to talk about it. You know, it's the time is coming soon. You never did it before. You nervous?
Porn, no. You talk to your boys. I would rather you do that than watch porn to learn how to do anything. I mean,
but typically speaking, your boys is in the same boat. That's why they're your boys. Like, y'all all be like virgins at around the same time.
Do you know how Michael Jordan dunked from the free throw line? He saw Dr. J do it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always, man, I don't get it.
We're not going to compare having sex to
why not?
basketball.
It's still, I'm using it as a reference point to say you saw somebody do it first.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't think porn is a good reference. You saw a professional do that shit.
Are you serious? Yo, you remember when the Superhead tape came out? Yo, it changed the game. Are you serious?
And I never watched it.
Y'all wildin', man. Oh my God, y'all. All right, y'all not gonna make it seem like it's just me that just know about this shit, man.
I'm telling you, I've never heard anybody say that they watch porn
Superhead,
for research purposes.
Yo, the Superhead tape was like when Bo Jackson ran through the tunnel, on that touchdown. Bruh, I swear to God, man. Are you
stop it?
Man, y'all wildin'.
Can we talk about something else?
Stop it. Like, I don't know what circle. Well, like the circles. You forget, man. You we just mere mortals, and the constellations that you be flying around in is way above our pay grade.
Yo, so this is porno, though. You talking about porno?
Is some super fantastic, I don't know, sci-fi shit to us.
Fuck out of it. Yo.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm gonna write your biography one of these days, bro.
I'm gonna shut up.
No, don't do that. No, don't shut up at all. I'm over here taking notes, bro.
Yo, ain't nobody in the chat know what I'm talking about. All y'all niggas is liars.
Please. If somebody knows what he's talking about, please speak up.
Let me ask you this: At what point is porn an addiction? And is that an addiction?
When it takes up too much of your time. Yeah, you see stuff like that like all the time, where people like they literally spend every waking hour like they don't have real jobs. They just sit at home on a computer and watch porn all the time.
Can you love somebody that has a porn addiction or a sex addiction?
If they willing to meet it, yeah. I mean, if they're willing to try, why not?
Yeah. Like, I guess it depends on how far the addiction reaches. Like, if you can't do anything else because you're constantly, like, you're just glued to your computer screen. Like, I leave for work and come back and you still sit in that same spot. Nah, because first of all, I can't love a man that don't work. For real, I'm not going out busting my ass, taking care of my kid, all that stuff, and you sitting at home with a bowl of cereal next to you in your drawers watching porn all day. Like, nah, that's a problem. Or a sex addiction, if you just having sex with me, cool. But if that, goes beyond that and you feel the need to do other stuff with other people or whatever, then nah, that's a problem. Definitely a problem.
And that makes sense, But you see, when you I was just kind of going through YouTube, just checking shit out, and you see the stories of people that some people it was about their addiction was amongst their circle basically, and other people just didn't give a shit who they had sex with. They just had to have sex, and that's one of the ones that I have struggled to honestly understand, to be quite, to be real.
What, porn or sex?
Sex addiction, yeah. Like that just, I don't want to be dismissive of
Eric
it.
Benet,
it's just harder for me.
That's Eric Benet syndrome.
Yeah, Eric Benet had a sex addiction. That's why him and Halle Berry broke up.
Yeah, he's a survivor, too.
My eyes are gonna fall. My eyes are gonna fall out 1 week from rolling them so fucking hard. Listening to this nigga. It's just gonna fall out of my face. Like, girl, we are sick too.
I mean, but that's low key. That's low key sexist though.
Fact.
Like, a woman with a sex addiction gets some sympathy, you know, because people can't conceptualize the fact that a woman would be so unvirtuous, you know, with her body.
They got an event called the Slut Walk. Like,
so, what does that have to do with anything?
With everything, like.
I hate the name though. I get you with the name, but I guess their whole point that's some other crap.
It's not. That's not what it is though. It's not like it basically advocates for the opposite of that. Like, it's for a rape victim. It's for, you know, no means no. Like, it's not for I say it loud, I'm a slut and I'm proud. It's not. That's not what it represents. It's
with your titties out.
Just like that's not how
with her titties in the plastic bra. That is not about sex. Like, man, come on, man. You saying that's a totally different message.
That's just like.
If the chick
hold on. But that's just like you're saying that women get sympathy if they're addicted to sex. But that's just like if niggas want to be out here just, you know, sticking and moving, doing whatever, just free spirited, fuck who they want to, whatever. It's fine. Niggas get kudos for that. But if a woman does the same thing and it's just like, you know, I don't want to be in a relationship, I just want to fuck who I want to, or being quote unquote, she's a hoe. Like, a nigga's not a hoe if he does that, but a woman is a hoe if she does it. So that's what that walk is for. Like, you want to be out here doing your thing, do your thing. Be safe about it, but do your thing. So what? So what? She's out there with her titties out. That also doesn't mean that because people make the mistake of always saying that if she's out with her titties out, that means she's welcoming or inviting a nigga to come and bother her. That's not what. No.
What I'm saying is, if you're walking down the street with your titties out in a clear bra and I can see your titties, the probability of you getting raped is higher. That's all that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Problem. You're part of the.
That's all that I'm saying. I'm not part of the problem because I don't rape. I don't rape women. I don't rape women. I'm just saying.
That type of thinking is the problem.
That's real. What do you mean? That's real.
No. A woman should be able to dress however she wants to and not have to worry about somebody putting their hands on her. Period.
What I'm saying is this.
Women who are fully clothed.
Hold on 1 second though. There's a difference between how things should be and how things are. You're right that that's how things should be, but he's right as in that's how shit is. Like somebody that has a tendency, because it's not about the woman per se, it's about a power. You know. So, but somebody who has that tendency to want to go just rape somebody, her walking around exposed like that, even though she should have the right to be able to do that, may lend a propensity for that person to look towards her more so than somebody else. You know, and that's just how shit is, basically.
Hey, it's fucked up, but that's what it is.
Yeah. You know, and that's been a long-standing argument between men and women too. You know, like okay, well, if you wear this, you know, and because it's usually men telling women, if you dress this way, it'll increase the chances of that. And that's because
that's
fucked
what y'all
up
are
niggas.
saying.
Yeah, but you don't know the dudes, you know, like dudes you overhear because they think it's cool because you're a dude, or you know, you don't hear the conversations amongst men that we do, so you're not privy to that information, so you ain't looking at it from that standpoint. So even though it's wrong and it is sexist as hell, it is. You know, but it is what it is. You know, it's not something that one man alone is going to change. You know, so that's unfortunate, but I get it on that one. You know, damn, what it went through it. Oh, and let me let y'all know too. You are tuned in to My Skin Is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only got one rule, and that's be respectful. Make sure you check out liberationmindedmedia.net. Make sure you check out Do the Knowledge Radio, Black Eye Stand Radio, The Rundown with Renee, and My Skin is My Sin every Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And trying to think. Check out the fan page, MySkinIsMySin.com on Facebook. You know, show us some likes, show us some love. If you see this post today, tomorrow, or in 100 years, share this post. Anybody else we got to shout out before we get back to the convo? I miss anybody, bruh? No? All right.
Nah, I don't think so.
No. All right. We good. Damn, I kind of lost track on my. I was doing good with the live stream, then I kind of lost track a little bit. The conversation just. And I don't even think I played the drinking one. My bad. But I had. I spent a lot of time trying to research this. This was a whole hour and some change. So, anyway. And I'm curious, is there somebody out there that's listening? And even if you listen after the fact, inboxes or messages on whatever social media, but that has overcome substance abuse. And how did you do it? Or if you know somebody that you believe has a problem, what should you do in that instance? What you say?
I spoke on it before, how I had an issue with alcohol some years ago, like before my daughter was born. Like, it was one of the situations where I didn't think I had a problem. Like, I can stop drinking whenever I want to. I just didn't want to until things started going really, really bad for me. And, looking back on it, it's like, yeah, I might have. Like, I would come home, I ran out. I kept alcohol in my house, and it was just me. So it's like, why do you go to the liquor store and buy 3 bottles of anything? Like, it's unnecessary for just one person. So, yeah, like, I would go out and not remember how I got home, lose stuff. I had a DUI. Like, yeah. It's not until shit really starts happening to you that you realize, maybe, just maybe, everybody was right. Like, when I got arrested for the DUI or whatever, and I would tell people, that was their first guess. Like, without me even telling them why I got arrested, they're like, oh, it was for drinking? I'm like, well, damn, how did you know? Like, I already knew. I always knew if anything, if you were to ever get arrested for anything, it would be for drinking. I was like, shit.
Wow.
So, yeah. So,
but nobody had said anything to you about drinking prior to that?
No, I mean, and it's crazy because it's like they all accepted me. Like, I was that friend when we went out, like, drunk, sloppy, falling all over the place, like, just wild. And I'm just like, and nobody ever said nothing to me. They were like, we just knew that was you, and you were that friend. And I always made sure to go out with people who would take care of me if I needed them to. And, yeah, my friends took care of me. So it was like I never felt the need to change because I'm just like, if there was a problem, somebody would say something, right? The only people that were, like, constantly in my ear about it were my parents. And I was just like, oh, y'all old, y'all don't get it. Like, I'm just partying, I'm just having a good time. So, yeah, I did. I did the college partying thing up. Like, I did that shit. I partied hard in college. So, yeah, I mean.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
So did you stop, or did you just kind of, like, tone it down?
Well, I still drink. I don't get drunk like that anymore because, one, I have a child and I have responsibilities, like, the next day, and she don't give a damn how much I had to drink the night before. When she's ready to get up and have her Pop-Tart, she's ready to get up. So I'll drink and have a good time, but not to that point anymore. Like, I still have friends, people who don't have kids and stuff like that, who will still get drunk, and that's their thing. But I can't. For one, I feel like my body doesn't recover as fast as it used to. And yeah, I just know what that looks like. Like, I've been there, and I know what it did to my family. Like, I know the hurt and disappointment that it caused for them. Like, I actually got arrested on Thanksgiving morning. Like, this past Thanksgiving was the exact day 6 years ago that I got arrested. So that, like, ruined the holiday for my family. And so I remember what that was like. Yeah, so I remember what that was like. And I remember, you know, what that did to them and how that holiday was. And now looking at my life and, you know, where I am, you know, having a child, like, she needs me. I can't go out there and get drunk and not be able to make it home. Like, I got lucky that I got stopped that night versus hurting myself or somebody else. So,
right.
So yeah, it's my life is bigger than me at this point. There's somebody else that I have to worry about. So
do they be clowning you at Thanksgiving now?
Huh?
Yeah.
I said, do they clown you at Thanksgiving now?
No, I was there this year, and I don't even know that they knew until I, like, pointed it out what the day was or whatever. And, like, even my best friend who picked me up that night, when I saw her, I was like, thank you for doing what you did for me 6 years ago. And she was like, oh, was that today? Like, I remember because it was, you know, it was me. Everybody else was kind of like a blip in life, but for me, it was like a big deal. And I remember that day every year, and I celebrate it because it's kind of the day my life had to change.
I appreciate that. That's some real shit right there. You know?
I mean, y'all both came clean. Y'all both said that's dope.
Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together.
What, you got the cameras following you or something, bro?
That ain't me. That was not me.
Sorry, I'm at the gas station. I'm about to mute y'all.
Oh, okay. We got you. All right, my bad, bro. What was you saying now?
Nah, I was saying that y'all both shared. I was like, that's what's up.
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. Somebody out there will benefit from it one of these days. You know, so shout out to that person. And if you're out there struggling, you know, it is somebody out there that will listen to you. But make no mistake about it. It's not a struggle that you're struggling with by yourself. You know, it's not a situation that can't be overcame or overcome. I don't know which one it is, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You know, so, yeah. And that's what anything you're dealing with. You know, there is somebody that's out there willing to listen, and there is somebody that's out there that's willing to help. And it's unfortunate when you watch somebody, you know, go through something, because it's kind of like what Iman was saying, you know, like you have to hit the rock bottom yourself. You know, and people say that, they'll tell you that, you know, when you go to them for, you know, well, what should I do? You know, so and so keep doing X, Y, and Z. I know what's going on, blah, blah, split, and they got to hit rock bottom themselves. You know, you can talk to them till you blue in the face until they make that decision. But they remember the talks along the way. You know, so if you know somebody, say something. You know, because that's not cool. You know, like I'm glad that Iman overcame that, but that's not cool that people just accepted that, you know, she was quote unquote that friend without saying something. Like if your first reaction
like,
is,
looking back on it, I'm
I
like
figured
embarrassed.
Yeah, you know, like say something, speak up for your people.
Because I see like young people in the club now, and I'm just like, was that me? And
Yeah.
y'all didn't tell me that, and they just literally just accepted it. And I was like, I asked them now, I'm like, why though? Why would you just accept that? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that is, you know, and a lot of us don't want the confrontation. A lot of us don't want the responsibility, because when you tell a friend, hey, I think you got a problem, now that friend, odds are, is going to feel it when, you know, when they want to resolve that issue or work on resolving that, I should say, they're going to feel comfortable leaning on you, and a lot of people don't want that responsibility. You know, that's the type of situation where it's hard to just say something and not do something. But when you're saying something that is doing something, people need to kind of understand that. It don't mean you got to answer every call at 3 o'clock in the morning. It don't mean you got to go pick them up from jail. You know, because at some point you're enabling them by continuously doing that.
Right. And that's my best friend. Like, she would always say, if something happens, don't call me. Like, I'm not coming to get you. But I still called her that night, and usually her phone be on Do Not Disturb, and she said, you really lucked out because it wasn't on that night. So I was able to answer the phone. I was able to come get you. And I was literally right around the corner from my parents' house, and they asked me, do you want to call your parents? I was like, nope, because I already knew what their story was going to be. Keep her. And it was a holiday weekend, so I'd have been in there till Monday.
I'm saying, like, Thanksgiving one of the only days you get a decent meal in jail, for real.
Oh.
I would not know
that. It would have been better than what my mother was cooking, I promise you.
Nah, I'm pretty sure of that. I've been in jail Thanksgiving a couple of times.
Damn, how messed up was you,
What kind of life were you living?
Was you, like, swerving and shit?
Nah, one time, I went to go pick up somebody who was drunk, right? I got pulled over. And pretty much I was at the limit. I wasn't over. I wasn't drunk. Like, I passed everything. They still took me to jail. You know what I'm saying? And
wow.
As a matter of fact, Rick bailed me out. Shout out my man Rick. Yeah,
that is
my
a
man
good
Rick bailed
feeling,
me out.
That is a great feeling.
Yeah, my man Rick just bailed me out. Yeah. And,
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, another time I was wrongfully arrested and I was completely in my right. That's when I was talking to you earlier. I quit that little the hammer charge or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And right. So I was in jail for that shit on Thanksgiving, a few years back or whatever. And, you know, it was just circumstances. It ain't like I was out here like crazy or nothing like that. I wasn't living that type of life. But
right,
you know, shit
that ain't got nothing to do with absolutely nothing. You just rolling around and got pinched.
Yeah, facts.
On dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised, you know, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying, hey, you know, like them cops down there, you know, they ain't shit.
Yeah, and you know what? With me, they don't like to see no law enforcement like to see people be able to carry that ain't them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that they know I be strapped for real, you know, it's a problem. Anytime, it's always a problem.
Yeah, you know, that's a whole another 100 episodes on how to solve that one, bro. Because I have no clue. Even though it ain't got nothing to do with the topic, I feel you on that 100%, man. It ain't cool. It ain't right, and I don't. Oh my goodness, I'm tongue tied because I have no clue as to what to even approach as a solution with that one. You know, some people will say, "Oh, you gotta leave the country. You gonna still need guns."
Right.
A lot of them. No matter where you go on this planet, at this point in the game, you gonna need guns.
You need a gun. Yeah, if you ain't got no guns, man, you gonna get left behind.
Yeah, pretty much. You know,
yeah.
Like I say, oh my goodness, that's a whole other story. And let me see, we done got to drinking, we did smoking, we did gambling, we did a little bit of porn, we did a little bit of shopping. Are there any other vices out there? I don't think so. I think we got everything.
We spoke on sex.
Briefly.
Well, did you have something that you wanted to share?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you like briefly.
Oh, no.
Right. You saying it like you wanted to open up. Pause.
Yeah, so there was this time in my life, y'all, where, no sex. How bad does it have to be for sex? How does, what is a sex addiction? Like, what does that mean?
Yo,
How much sex are you talking about?
I seen a lady on TLC, and she had some type of disease, and she came like 30 times a day or some shit like that, just on her own.
Oof, that's messy.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, she couldn't do nothing. She just lay in the bed and bust all day. Like, that shit is crazy.
You gotta be the worst, bro.
Of course you saw that episode. Like, of course that's the episode you saw of whatever show that was.
That's crazy, though. Like, that's...
I said,
yeah,
of course,
man,
that's the episode you saw of whatever show that was.
I was jealous. What you mean? Shit.
No, man, you say that, bro, but you really not.
You
really not. Huh? You wouldn't want that, bro. And that I wouldn't even look at that. That's not an addiction or vice or anything like that.
Nah, she had a disease. She had a disease.
You know, like something is seriously wrong. And trust and believe, man, that is definitely not something people say that. Oh yeah, I love that shit. Yeah, try that shit 30 times a day for a month. Like
I don't know. I don't know,
your
bro.
muscles gotta be tired, like literally.
Yeah, but you should be strong as a motherfucker though. Like, yo, can you imagine? Like, in this day and age, you can be a whole IG star for real. You can get paid off that shit and everything. Like, man, like motherfuckers be using their shit wrong, man. That's all.
The last thing I think that somebody going through that would want to do is become an IG star, because for one, you wouldn't be a star. You'll be a caricature. You know, people just want to look at you and laugh, and that's some that.
What do you think stars are? What do you think IG stars are?
I mean, but not for that. You know, okay, well, so and so wears this. You know what I'm saying? That's something that they could change at some point in the future. You know, you can't change, a disease or that you, for whatever reason, have. Especially one so unique. Like, what was the cure?
This is America. Niggas is fucked up. Like, somebody pay for that shit.
I mean, I'm not saying that people wouldn't pay for it. I don't think that someone going through that. Well, I guess if they was on TLC, and again, you might be right. Now that I think about it, you saw it on TLC. If I put it this way, if it were me, that's not something that I would want to share with the world.
Shit, I'd be like, I know what you ain't seen. I know what the fuck. You really want to get some motherfucking attention? Hey, check this out, everybody. I'm about to sit right here.
But you're literally doing the same thing over and over and over 30 times a day. Like, how long are you gonna be popular?
Yo, man, Nelly perform every month and perform the same fucking song. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, it don't matter. Like, it just depends on how that motherfucker will market themselves.
You may. That's a unique way to look at it. Yeah, that's not something that I would want to deal with the whole world watching. You know, because like when I go to the grocery store, like if I can go to how can you go to the grocery store with something like that? Like, how can you go to the movies?
With what, an erection?
You know what? And actually, they got medication that can unerect your shit, basically. You know, like y'all know I'm a nurse, man. So I gotta know some of this shit. But like every now and then somebody come through the ER, and that's their situation. But they got shit that they can get them that kind of reverses the effect, so to speak.
Is Viagra?
Huh?
Viagra?
I forgot what it's called. Because it's not like that happens like every other week or something like that. That's like something,
Mm-hmm.
like one of those old ER stories that you just hear pass from nurse to nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, I've never heard of anything like the lady you was talking about. I kind of feel bad for her. Like, and there's some unique disorders, diseases out here that a lot of people got to deal with. I feel bad for her, man. Like, you just caught up really. When I'm thinking my life is shit, I realize so and so got this. And I know that's totally different, but y'all know how we do. We'll be all over the place. But it puts shit in perspective. Like, I would not want to have to lay in the bed every day, all day. Much as I love sitting on the couch.
You get to watch Sports Center, rub one out.
Yeah, but it's a prison, and you can't do anything else.
Man, shit. Yeah, you got a point. I'm bullshit. I'm bullshit. But yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, no way, man. Like that'd be dope for a day or two, just laying around the house doing nothing. But when that shit turned into a week, into a month, into 6 months, into a year, it's a prison cell, man, and it's a horrible situation. And then you gotta think about it when you first start having it, people don't believe you, they don't want to help. Then a couple people help you, but their help is only gonna be there for so long. Nobody's gonna help for the rest of your life.
No.
Oh man, that's a whole nother situation and a whole man. I should have pulled that video up too. It's kind of snowing bad here, so I kind of really don't want to try to just pull too many things up as we go, because I don't want to mess up. And we done already lost. Apparently, we done lost the My Skin Is My Sin YouTube channel again. I give up, man. We'll just roll with the intellectually petty. We got like 12 followers, so follow us on that channel if you get a chance.
Let's get to 100, man.
And man, I smoke, which is like I'm addicted at this point. I've smoked for so long that I have resolved myself to the fate that is going to be my demise. That's how bad it is that I'm foreshadowing my addiction. Like, I know I'm not quitting. I have tried the patch. That shit had my heart racing like never before. I tried this pill called Chantix, and I'm allergic to this shit. It had my whole looked like somebody punched me in the face with a pound of herpes. It was ugly. It was ugly, bro. I had to stop taking that immediately. But it's not like I haven't tried. It's not like I haven't tried to quit. It's just like, and maybe it is psychologically. I don't know how you say it, but with psychologically something plays a part that I'm not seeing subconsciously, I guess. As far as just me having an addictive personality. But yeah, I just don't. It's like, okay, yeah. And I do the math on how much money I spend on cigarettes, bruh. Spend at least $300 a month on cigarettes.
Now, studies say that to kick cigarettes is harder. It's harder to kick cigarettes than it is cocaine right now.
I wouldn't doubt that. Like, I believe that with everything I got. Like, it's the worst invention in the history of mankind. Like, what they invented it for, to make money, phenomenal. But what type of sick individual knows I'm killing other people? And it'd be one thing if they was like, oh, well, I'm trying to get rid of y'all niggas. And no, they was selling to their own kind. Like, they didn't give a shit. Who bought a cigarette? You know, like man,
Yeah.
it's. But you know, my grandfather died from lung cancer. So it is a horrible situation. Now there was a time where I would, you know, when I go to the bar, you know, with my boys or whatever, we get a little saucy. I smoke a cigarette, you know, like social and shit, and that social shit turned into let me get a pack, to let me get 2 packs, to let me get 3 packs. You know, and damn, we just lost Iman. I'm not sure what's up with that. Let me share call back. Oh, and I forgot to give y'all the number. It's 347-855-8692 if you got a question or a comment. We've been talking about vices, drinking, smoking, gambling, porn, shopping, and we talked about a whole shitload of other stuff. Y'all know how we do. Sometimes we just, sometimes we just let the conversation ride where it's going to take us.
Right.
And shout out to everybody that stopped by on the live stream. Shout out to Chester. Shout out to Chris Cleaver, Back Alley TV, Shamir, Aronde, Aisha's page. Shout out to y'all. Definitely appreciate that. Do me a favor and share the post when you see the post, and that'll be dope. Anyway,
that's right.
So if you out there, hit me up with some type of way to quit smoking cigarettes that does not involve medication. That would be dope. You know? And the sad part is, I even went to I was going to go to this hypnotist one time, and I show up to the office. This office is on the 2nd floor. There is not another person that is that doesn't work there that is on that floor except myself. This lady was standing at the counter and had such an attitude with me, I just turned around. I was like, no, I'm good. Cancel my appointment.
Yeah, you going to have to find a different alternative. Like, for me, it was, you have to find a different outlet for real. Like, you may want to try vaping for real. I don't know. Like, vaping is way healthier than cigarettes. It's a different alternative. Like, I used to, when I was smoking, I started vaping, honestly. And then from that point, I kind of trained myself, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. From that point on, like, it's a matter of developing a discipline. Because it's really the hand to mouth. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the hand to mouth routine. So you got to find something else to occupy yourself with. That's really what it is. Like, and most people, I don't know, most people like chemically, like physically, it takes 24 hours for the nicotine and all the other toxins or whatever come out of your body. You know what I'm saying? So then from that point on, you're talking about 24 hours going forward. It's all mental. It's no longer physical. It's no longer a physical dependence. It's mental from that point. It's all routine. You've been smoking for so long. That's what your mind is going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? To do. That's what your body's used to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you gotta switch it up. You almost have to shock your system almost, and find something new. You're gonna have to try different things.
Yeah, I've been trying for a long ass time, bro.
Now I feel you. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But you can definitely.
And you just get defeated with the shit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, man, it's just like I say, man. You get to a point where you plan on being addicted. And you know it's sad, and you know this, you know that, and it just seems hopeless. It's like it's no, I can go get this surgery and fix this shit, or you know what I'm saying? Like you're right. It's just about willpower, but that's at a point, man. At least with me, and I know I can't be the only person. It just kind of crushes your willpower.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I ain't never, like, the only thing I ever had, like, that fucked with me like that, like, to that point where I was like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, it was women for me. Like, women was probably like, all right, so y'all share, I'll share. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it fit. So, like, I knew I had a problem at one point in time in my life, not now, not recently, you know what I'm saying, but at one point in time in my life, my 35 years of living, you know, I had a wife, a girlfriend, and a side chick. Like I was in a love square.
A love square.
Square.
Okay.
And I had to do a lot of assessing on myself. You know what I'm saying? So my life was just kind of fucked up because clearly I was spread all over. You know what I'm saying? I was putting a lot of energy everywhere. And I got tired of that shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You understand how frustrating that shit is?
I mean, how frustrating it is for you.
Facts. Like I'm one man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? Like, that's 3 women. That's
okay,
3
but
women.
You got yourself in that mess, and somehow
that's
you the frustrated one.
Bruh. All right.
I'm not getting
so
this though, bro.
Let me say it different. Let me
you want like sympathy because you got yourself caught up in a love square, not even a triangle, but a square.
I'm not looking for sympathy when we talking about vices. So what I was saying is,
oh, okay.
At one point in time,
my bad.
What I was saying at one point in time is women was my vice. I use women as a vice. So for everything that I had going on within my life, you know what I mean, my outlet was women. You know what I mean? So I was doing me. You know what I mean? But I was spreading myself so thin, occupying myself, but I never took the time to really assess what the fuck it was that I was doing. You dig me?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I really over a point in time, like I had to take a look in the mirror for real. Like it was me, but I had to find out what it was in me that made me feel like I could do this shit. You know what I mean? And me think it was okay, and why I was doing it. Like I had to figure all that shit out.
And
you know,
what was the why?
I mean, it was multiple things. It was from growing up, all the dudes that was influences on me. That was what they did. You know what I mean? Growing up, like the dudes I looked up to, like, I want to do that, and I want to do that. You know what I mean? Dudes I took little pieces from. You know what I mean? Like that was the norm. It was the norm. That's just what you did. That just was come along with being you. You know, not making an excuse, not saying it was okay, but what I'm saying is like when you all right, you older than me. Yo, when I was little, I used to, you get with your uncles and your family, but how many girlfriends you got, yo? Like, all that stuff. You know, when you remember that as a kid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the norm. Like, I was just like, all right, I guess that's just what you do. And I went out here and, I had some successes and some failures. And all of it trying to figure this shit out. But that point in time in my life, it was one of the worst times, but it was also like it was an enlightening. At the end of it, it was definitely an enlightening moment, and I wouldn't have had that enlightenment had I not gone through what I experienced. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and I can't say I regret it because my growth as an individual. I'm not sure if that growth would have took place had I not went through that. I don't think it would have happened. So I mean, to me, hold on, what I meant? Somebody just said a joke. Somebody said something funny shit.
My bad, bro. My bad. I was just sitting up here like you went from super freak to the Dalai Lama. Oh my goodness! Hey man, we got Knowledge Born in the queue too, and I don't really care if he trying to get on air or not. He about to get on air. Yeah, man. That's how you do me, man. I don't care if he at work or not, man. He coming on the show. So hold on. Before I get DJ KBA, also known as Knowledge Born Allah, also known as the King, the God, also known as, I don't know. I'll get back to you. Hold on. Had to reload on him a couple times. What's good? What's good, bro?
What's going on, Jake? What's going on? Hey, Rome, man. Happy born day, Jake.
Yo, peace. Appreciate that, God. What's good, man?
Yeah, I thought about being disrespectful and hanging up just so you had to do that shit again. But I was like, I'm gonna let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because we being respectfully disrespectful. I think Jobs need to come out with that shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have like the respectfully disrespectful series. You know what I'm saying? Because Jobs calling to the joint. I'm like, nah, fuck that. You gotta get on air. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. But we really, I'll be so respectful. I'll be like, nah, fuck that. You gotta get on air respectfully. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get on air. You know what I mean? So we're talking about vices. Man, let me tell you something. Vices are natural until vices become compulsion. You see what I'm saying? So then there's a part of you that you don't even realize is there. You see what I'm saying? It goes from one end to the spectrum where it's like experimental, and to the opposite end where it's compulsive. That's where things become damaging. You see what I'm saying? So, if we're talking about drugs, it might be experimental. If we're talking about gambling, it might be experimental, or depending on your socialization. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, for me, it was drinking. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know I still drink. Initially, it wasn't experimental. Initially it was just like Rome described, socialization. You see what I'm saying? That's what we did back in the day. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't one to smoke, so it was drinking. And then you fast forward, the years in the military. It was a point in period in my life where I didn't drink at all. I think for 12 or 13 years. You see what I'm saying? And war brought another thing out, and it started off as something that was celebratory because we were losing friends like crazy. You see what I'm saying? So it was like a toast thing. You see what I'm saying? Like a salute, because we didn't know if we were going to see them, later on in the day, and oftentimes we didn't. So that was like the last memory that we had that was alive. You see what I'm saying? But then it became a situation to where you couldn't get out of the bed without having a drink. You see what I'm saying? That's compulsion. That's nothing that has to do with anything other than something that you built into your daily routine or your daily ritual, but then it affects your functionality. If you don't have it, what type of state you're going to be in. You see what I'm saying? So, regardless to what category you associate that activity with, that activity is associated with something ritualistic, meaning to do things over and over and over and over to the point where it affects you if you don't do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I think for me it became detrimental. You see? So reformative, and then it became like a masking type of situation. Then it became a situation to where, you start making excuses and shit, like, well, I'm just drinking, so I could sleep and all kinds of shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that's there. You know what I mean? And anything that has addictive qualities that comes to mass is something that's really there. There's something outline underneath, and alcohol is depressant. And if you're already in a state of depression, you're going to sink further and further into the abyss. So, kind of things like that to take into perspective when considering vice. Especially
let me ask you
something
this.
that's chemically controlling. Go ahead, my bad.
Do you think that the compulsion comes after the experiment, or is the compulsion already there and you found your match for your compulsion?
Well, that's an excellent question, because if those seeds weren't there, compulsion is like the fruit, not the root. You know what I mean? The root is cause centered. Something caused a shift. For me, it was picking up pieces of my friends off the side of the road. You see what I'm saying? So there was a generational thing that exists to where, your family members, this is how they socialize with one another, this is what they did when they got together. These are modeling behaviors that you're seeing over time. So that was already there, the propensity, that was a higher propensity based off of that, and then what you did, remember Mobb Deep came out with Drink Away the Pain. You see what I'm saying? So, like, living through those experiences and all of that, it becomes that process to where you might think that this is happening in small stages, but it's already there. And before you realize it, when it's out of your control, it's full-on compulsion, So I don't even know if experimental in some cases is even there, unless there's no history within your family dynamic.
Okay. That makes sense. And I'm just trying to, all right, every now and then I got to check, every now and then I got to check the live stream, make sure we still good on, at least we still good on Facebook. But, of course, they ain't going to let me promote it after the show much, really. So help a brother out, if you can. Give us a share, give us a like, follow the show on Blog Talk also. And I'm not sure who this 9659 is in the queue, but if you did want to get on air, press 1 and let me know. And I ain't told y'all the number in a minute. It's 347-855-8692. Make sure you press 1. And we've been just privileged to have Knowledge Born Allah on the line with us. Wow. So how was you able to get back on track?
Well, it's a process, First, it comes with acknowledgement, and then, mitigating or managing, the ability of those types of situations that might be the cause, or actually making a consistent effort to acknowledge, what kind of harm you're doing, and a support system, all that stuff that they tell you, like all these things are vital components with coming back. You see what I'm saying? It's not just, it's a conscious decision, like, hey, you can, some people have that, some people it's like, hey, I wanted to stop smoking cigarettes, so I just stopped, and I ain't never smoked again. You see what I'm saying? They might say that out of their mouth, but they don't acknowledge whatever other factors. They stopped going to that store or hanging out with people that smoked or whatever it was. There's some ritual that's involved in that. You see what I'm saying? Like, even if it's, hey, I wake up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning, and this is a part of me waking up at 5 o'clock. So now you got to wake up at 4:30, or you wake up at 5:15. That throws everything off. You see what I'm saying? So you're not in that same window with which you can be in a position to fall into a routine, because, your body exists on autopilot. So there's some kind of shocks that you have to, throw in there in order to, kind of come back from a space. If you want to come back, that's an important decision to acknowledge that where you at is not where you want to be, so you got to make steps to move forward. And like Rome said, it's a learning process. You learn from it. You know what I mean? Those vices, who you were during those vices is a part of you. You see what I'm saying? So you learned about a part of you that exists, Oftentimes, if we got a bad attitude, we can't stand somebody with a bad attitude, and we got a fucking bad attitude. You understand what I'm saying? So these things that we see outwardly, that we reject outwardly, and openly about it are things that exist within us that we don't care to admit, or unbeknownst to us exist within us, but everybody else sees. That's how denial works. You lie to yourself. You might be like, I ain't got no, man, I got attitude, but ain't as bad as that. So now it becomes a measuring stick. You know what I mean? Like I'll be drinking, but I'll be fucked up like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it comes a situation where you're justifying your actions, and you'll never come out of that space of addiction like that. You know what I mean? Because you can't quit drinking cold turkey, you'll die. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to manage what you got going on and manage your life. So it causes you to bring your life into question. What's more important, that bottle or your life? What's more important, your family or your life? Those kinds of things.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough thing to see if somebody's struggling with extreme alcoholism. And you're right, they can't just go, like they give them what you call a banana bag. Like they dose them up with a shitload of like nutrients and vitamins so that you won't crash. Cause that's one of the worst things to try to kick is alcohol. And what people don't realize is that it's not always the like Iman was saying, it's not like always the person that just goes and gets smashed every Saturday. It's also that person that drinks, they come home and drink 3-4 beers. But you're doing that over 10 years. When you try to quit, same thing as a person that goes and gets smashed every weekend. So, and nobody's saying, I'm not trying to legislate you drinking or whatnot, but if you know, I mean, and most people know, when you like she was saying, like why was she buying 3 bottles and she stayed by herself? Like talk to somebody. It's okay.
But if it's on sale.
That's an investment. That's a come up. It's some questions you got to ask yourself. Is this hindering my daily life? You see what I'm saying? Is all my daily activities or success in my life or whatever dependent upon this? Is this a standard, a measure for my existence? So you could put any of that in that category. Especially like gambling. You know what I mean? Like a compulsive gambler. Did you lie for this? Is he worse than a crackhead? You see what I'm saying? He or she worse than a crackhead because they're compelled by that. You see what I'm saying? They lie, they steal, they cheat. They oftentimes it might even be harm and physical harm with things associated to try to and it's always the loved ones you hit the hardest. They can see you, you know what I mean, and they love you and they're trying to be there for you and all of that. You see what I'm saying? While you're going through these things, and these are people that you treat the worst. You see what I'm saying? So these are some key indicators that if you ever find a space to be able to, actually see, the detriment of your actions. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of remorse that comes in, a lot of reconciliation, especially with a lot of these 12, step programs and stuff like that they have. Like, these are ways of trying to make amends. Initially that's what prison was for. For a time for reformation, a time for reconciliation, for you to actually think about what you've done and how that affected people in your life. You see what I'm saying? In order for you to go forward. But, it became a business, So these things become mass produced. So I said all that slick shit, but if I do see some liquor on sale, that's a come up. Me and Cycle graduation. Yeah.
That's a business decision, bro.
Yeah. That's sometimes it save people from getting the business. You understand?
Yeah,
what
facts.
I'm saying?
All facts.
Yeah.
All facts.
That is
all
true.
Facts, man.
Like with anything else, it could be a crutch or a tool.
Right.
I
mean, I know for
depending on the scenario, it's both
and stuff like that for pain. I've seen what it's done for people with arthritis and these involuntary muscle spasms and stuff like that.
Right.
People with cancer in their stomach and, all of that. Like, it's remarkable. It's not just, actually, smoking. It's oil. It's all kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's their, their remedies. It's still a plant. It's still natural. It still grows from the earth. So, it's all kind of remedies that's associated. So that's more.
That's
I
true,
think
bro.
you might see. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but that's true. But like we were saying earlier, like some of us be fooling ourselves. It's a lot of people out here that have an extreme addiction to marijuana. Like I showed a video clip, and I'm gonna bring it back up in a second too. These guys roll like literally 2 ounces of weed into basically 2 big ass joints.
Ooh.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends. Like I wasn't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't. I'll share with us because we family. You know what I'm saying? But I got glaucoma in my right eye and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so. So I'm pro all that shit. Like I'm bullshitting, but
yeah, I know.
I seen a little girl that has this involuntary muscle disease, and the only thing that even cured her condition was I think she actually had to smoke it. I don't even think she was taking the oil. I think she actually had to smoke it. I'm not sure. Actually, no, I take that back. She got some type of CBD, whatever it was.
Oh, I know.
It might have been. She might have got CBD oil or something. But but it cured.
That's totally
cure.
different though. That's totally different. Like what I'm talking about is how people like it. There is no. It doesn't matter how much weed you smoke. You never have a problem because weed has never killed anybody. I've used the same line of slogans and everything myself. Weed ain't never hurt nobody. Weed ain't never killed nobody. It's a plant, blase split. But at some point, people become extremely addicted. Like I know somebody who sat down and did the numbers right in front of my face of how much weed they smoke a year, and it was more money than I actually make in a year, and that's what they spend on weed. At that point, bro, and it wasn't like he had, it was not, for medicinal purposes. It was for nothing else but to get high. At that point, bro, you got a problem. And we tend to overlook that because weed is acceptable and been acceptable for forever. Just like the same thing, like her friends just made her, that friend, well, we just accept that, okay, well, that dude, like, damn, he smoked 10 blunts. You want to smoke another one? Yeah, man, he always be getting blowed. Like, we give it a pass because it's culturally acceptable. But sometimes, man, like, you ain't never seen no dude that's not working and he's smoking 3 or 4 blunts of the loud a day. How, bruh? What you doing to get that? First off, you spending like $25 a wop.
That's very true.
What are you doing?
I don't know. See, like situations like that, addiction is addiction. Like I said, it don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? No different than it's the dude who smoked 3-4 blunts a day is also, like you said, a motherfucker who overdrafted their account to buy a fucking sweater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it don't discriminate. Like it just is what it is. Addiction is addiction. It just comes in all different forms and facets.
Damn, I ain't sure what happened to Knowledge Born too. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off, but his call dropped. And Blog Talk be, oh man, it be bullshitting. But you right to, but like if somebody has a shopping addiction and you find out they got a shopping addiction, we don't, off rip, something wrong with you. You nuts. What the fuck is wrong with you? You went broke to buy a sweater. You went back. You overdraft to buy a pair of shoes. You tripping. But somebody that smoked 10 blunts a day, it's just like, oh man, he just love to get high. Like, no, bro.
10 blunts a day is ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. That's crazy. But
I mean, like the video you sent me, a 14-year-old kid that said he smoked 27 blunts a day. Now, I don't believe this kid smoking 27 blunts a day because he just looked broke.
They
he hadn't got arrested for stealing or nothing like that. But
yeah,
you
they're pencil blunts. If he's smoking 27, he's smoking pencil blunts.
I mean, even still, like let's say that's like 14 blunts a day. Decent sized blunts. That's ridiculous, and you're 14.
Yeah, I mean that's all facts. I think, man, like I think us as a society, we make certain things acceptable. The shit that we want to accept, we accept, and vice versa. The shit that we don't want to accept, we don't accept. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to addictions, me personally, I don't knock one from the other. And I think in Sweden, all drugs are legal. They got one of the lowest crime rates in the freaking world.
Yeah, but their society is not set up to step on each other.
It's not, but if you eliminate, if you made all drugs legal, you eliminated a big facet of Big Brother.
No, actually what you do is that's actually increasing Big Brother's presence, and I'll tell you why. Because now Big Brother legally can give you whatever the fuck they want to give you, and you will go pay for it.
You get it either way, though.
No, they're not. No, because what they'll do is they're gonna get at some point, like the weed now is so much stronger than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. There's a reason for that. Despite the people that just grow for themselves that are like connoisseurs, yes, they've made some advances or whatnot. But big business is ridiculously putting a lot of money into this shit because they know.
Yeah, I mean,
in another 10 years, imagine how much, how strong a gram of weed will be. Like that'll be what people be buying normally.
And in 10 years, they'll be selling organic cocaine.
They might. I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like it'll be somebody fucking selling organic cocaine, and it'll probably be legal. It doesn't matter. Like we didn't even talk about the whole opioid crisis.
No, we're not, because there, and that's one thing, and I seriously have put some thought into it being legal in Detroit. At my age, and like it's dope for me, but is it something that I would want to see my great grandson? Like he's standing out. Like when I was a kid, we stood outside the grocery store to get somebody to buy us some wine, some Mad Dog. I don't want my great-great-grandson standing outside the grocery store to get somebody to buy him a bag of weed, and he's 10 or 12.
Ain't gonna have to. He can buy it online.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, because at some point it's going to become legal federally, and then what?
Right.
Like. Is that going to make the generations to come lazier? Is that going to make them fat? Is that what is that going to do to this society? And more importantly, to me, my lineage.
We're already here. It's already here.
And shout out to K-Mac. She said today's weed will mess you up if you're not careful, and that's true.
So they put fentanyl in weed now.
And people don't realize, like, just how freaking strong that fentanyl is, man. Like, that's, oh, man, what is it, like 12 times stronger than heroin? And I could be off on the low end, actually, but, and this K2 stuff, like please do me a favor. Just if you're gonna smoke some weed, some regular smoke. And I'm not promoting weed, just saying, if you just deciding that you're gonna smoke something, because getting shit over the counter at the gas station is ridiculous. Stay away from water. You know, like we've all seen how that ends. It does not end well. You end up butt naked running down the street. Like, stop it. And be responsible when you drink. And realize, you know, waking up and not remember when you consistently waking up and can't remember last night, that's a problem. Now you got to wait on somebody to call you, or you call somebody to confirm you didn't do something that could potentially adversely affect your future.
Or lead a club with a chick with a mustache.
Oh my God.
Yo, facts, bro. Like.
You know what? That is true, man. Like you know, when your bad decisions and when you think something is a vice, and you start to realize the collection of bad decisions associated with that quote unquote vice, then it's more than just a vice. You know, and you'll realize. Queenie said, "There you go." Yeah, that is a fact, you know. But it's hard for us to realize because we rationalize it. Well, it ain't because I'm drinking; it's because I was drinking with so and so. That motherfucker don't know how to drink, you know. Or it wasn't because I was drinking; it was because I ain't had nothing to eat. You know, I ain't prepared myself right to drink. We rationalize doing really bad things to ourselves as a result of what we would call a vice. You know, and I was just right. You know, you gotta look in the mirror, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about accountability. Yeah, it's all about accountability, and everybody handles it differently.
Having a good support system helps too, you know.
Definitely.
And if you're dealing with something out there, I hope that because you're gonna burn some bridges. You know, when we're talking about addiction, you're gonna burn some bridges. You will, but they usually aren't exploded. You know, at least some of the foundation is still there, and you may be able to repair that because people understand. You go through things, you know. How do you bounce back? How do you handle it? And like Rome said, are you accountable? You know, so whatever you're going through, man, it ain't just you. You know, and I do hope and that you get the strength, you get the will to face whatever, you know, you're going through as far as an addiction and get the necessary help. You know, and if we can be of some type of assistance, we definitely will. You know, so shout out to you. Oh, damn, we ain't got but about 5 minutes left to go on the show. I ain't even realized that. It's been a dope build, you know, and like usual, man, we all over the place, but we give a shit. You know, and hopefully you do too. So if you know somebody, show somebody. Anything you want to say? You good, bro?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to everybody that, you know, wish me happy birthday, follow the show and all that. I appreciate the love. Shout out 300 Gangsters, Frontline Radio, Back Alley TV, everybody that support the show, man. We love y'all. Follow me on IG, striving for perfection _43, and holler at y'all next week.
All right, that's a bet. And damn, I'm trying to see if I can find our first little Twitch thing. And we actually had a couple of views on Twitch. That's pretty dope. So shout out to that 1.5 people that viewed on Twitch, and hopefully we'll have 2 or 3 next time. That we got advertisements though. Ain't that a bitch? I'm just checking it out. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Like I always say, if you check the show out today, tomorrow, or in 100 years, or 1,000 years. In 1,000 years, if you dig us up, man, that is so dope. You are the shit for finding me. Now, I hope that you can get every penny offer my remains possible because I'm going to be worth some shit. So peace out to you. That would be kind of dope, though. Other than that, check out designspotmonet.com. Check out mrochelle.com. Go fuck with Ron Green and Hella Black, Hella Proud. What is that? World Tribe. You know, shout out to Thought Crimes. Y'all already know, man. Princess and Sincere. That's family. Very dope. Very dope. I mean, shit. The world had heard of them.
Shout out my man. Shout out Fred. Shout out Fred Hawkins.
Oh, no doubt.
Barbershop Conversations. Check him out. YouTube. Follow him.
Thought I was hop on. I was wrong, huh? Where did I get that? I don't know. Yeah, and I think that's about it. And let me see what we're gonna play to ride it out. You know I gotta rock some Connie Sun. So I'm trying to figure out which joint we're gonna you know what? Let's do a little filthy if we can turn this up some. It's not letting me at this point. Calls and drops. There we go. All right, let's ride.
Get it.
All right, maybe not. Blog Talk. Be bullshitting sometime. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to My Skin Is My Sin. We're here every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You already know what it is. You see a show, you see a post, share a post.
Go harder, go home when you in this game. Always use your blanket when you switch your lane. Grind and work that 9 to 5 to ease the pain. Yeah, to turn umbrellas when your bills rain. Go hard till you feel it. Get a job, open up a business. Haters gon' watch when you kill shit. Every murder case got a witness. Whole block going through the blue. Coming from the bottom, do you feel it? Being broke, leave a hole in your soul. Put your fist in the air, black folk, if you feel me. Came from the bottom, no lights, no gas. You can get robbed, no pipe, no mask. So a tea party, don't invite your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas busting shit. No, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with. Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy rich. You feel me? Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy rich. You feel me? Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy rich. You feel me? Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy rich. You feel me? It ain't no love for your brother. It ain't no love for your sister. It ain't no love for no junkie. It ain't no love for the pusher. It ain't no love for the honest. It ain't no love for the real. It ain't no love for the loyal. Looking for love, get you killed. Filthy is what you gotta get. You gotta get dirty if you're trying to get rich. It's back to the mud, cause you gotta show love to all of the ones who will never see this. To all of the kids with no Christmas list. No TV, no bed, and no food on their dish. No father around, now they malnourished. That hindering aid coming from the government. You gotta get filthy. Fuck a job, open up a business. Haters gon' watch when you kill shit. Every murder case got a witness. Whole block going through the blue. Coming from the bottom, do you feel it? Being broke, leave a hole in your soul. Put your fist in the air, black folk, if you feel me. Came from the bottom, no lights, no gas. You can get around, no pipe, no mask. Throw a tea party, don't invite your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas busting shit. No, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with. Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy.